Okay, let me just say that BHO is the stupidest fucking thing I've heard of in my whole goddamn life. If you need to put your weed in a vacuum chamber in the hopes you get every last little bit of butane out of it, don't mix your weed with butane. And why is it an acronym? That doesn't stand for anything. That's not a chemical. BHO is not a single chemical. It's not. It's not used as an acronym in labs. It doesn't tell scientists anything. People don't even agree on what the letters stand for. Some people say the H stands for hash. Some people say it stands for honey. So, I mean, there's no reason to make up a fake scientific sounding acronym for some crappy extract that's full of friggin' lighter fluid, you know? Don't smoke that stuff. And oh my God, stop publicizing it. Stop talking about how dabs are the new thing in dabs, because you're just trying to get people headed in that direction because it's a shitty product that you want people to use so that they'll have horrible memories about marijuana, the product. However, that's being contextualized, the commodity. I don't care. Um, like yeah, you know, people who have it, they say it's like you're the purest, the best, or something. It's not. For one thing, everyone who dabs hits a bong. They're just doing bong hits with they heat up the bowl with a blowtorch, which, by the way, is really dangerous. You know, when I first smoked weed, the big thing was that had come out was vaporizers, which the point was you wouldn't if you inhaled it wouldn't be it wouldn't be smoke because you can get the little glistening part. I mean, maybe that is smoke, but like the leaves don't burn, you empty it out and they're still there, you know. Um, and you just inhale that, and it's like, oh, it's much safer, you know. Dabbing is like the fucking opposite of that. For one thing, let's not smoke just the weed, you know. Let's take the weed, let's mix it with butane, so that we can maybe hopefully smoke a little bit of butane. But don't think about the fact that you're smoking butane. No, you're just getting high, you know. So just think that, even though I'm actually telling you to smoke butane. And now let's put it in a bong. Let's just bong it, whatever. Like people have been doing since before. The people were saying it's probably not that healthy. But let's not just bong it. Let's dab nail the shit. Let's take a blowtorch out. Let's have like a hot oven surface, like wherever we go. So if we knock that over accidentally, or someone comes up and tries to touch it, they can get hurt. Which that's a great idea. Let's encourage that. You know, that's just so obvious. It makes me really angry. And also, this article I just read said that BHO can be processed immediately, and it's much cheaper than drying out the marijuana, which can take weeks and weeks. You cut the fucking plant off at the stalk. You hang it upside down. You don't even hang it upside down. Throw it in a corner somewhere. Just let it dry out. It's not expensive at all. It takes a couple weeks. That's not nearly as much of an undertaking as having a whole processing facility that takes and runs weed through solvents. Probably it's alleged butane, right? I mean, that's just a lie. It's much easier, okay? It's much easier, so it's less expensive. You don't have to buy equipment, and also it keeps consumption down at like a level that most people, when they are writing scary things about weed, would, if they weren't just lying and looking for any excuse to decry it, call a more comfortable level of consumption. And you can use leaves in a vaporizer, which is actually much healthier, and it's actually a much purer form of consumption. All you get is the chemicals off the plant. You don't get this compound, adulterated with fucking, what do they call it when like a backlog or something, I don't know, I've only seen the term like once, so but you don't get this adulterated compound that you're just smoking anyway. Don't do that. That's not good for you. You want to smoke pure THC, fine. Just, you can use a vaporizer. I mean, no. Dabs, BHO. That's not. I pray that doesn't make you think you're involved in some kind of intelligent process. Don't use that stuff. It's so stupid. And the fact that the way that's most publicized in making dabs is to make them wrong, or to make something that you don't need to make. The reason that making extracts wrong is the most publicized method is that it's being publicized by instigators who are uneducated, problem-causing propagandists who are more interested in how quickly they can cause damage and suppress marijuana, weed, than they are in any kind of utilization of potential. That's proven by the fact that they make it a point not to tell people if you really want to make extracts, make them using a solvent that you can put in your body. You can make extracts with high proof alcohol. They don't talk about that very much. They don't, because they want people to do something that they know is bad, and they tell people to create a false association in people's minds, in the minds of lawmakers and the public, about what getting high is. So yeah, dabs are overhyped. Dabs are overhyped because dabs are dangerous, because they want you to think of using weed as being dangerous. And the fact that that is nothing but a propagandistic attack is proven by the fact that they do not discuss correctly using marijuana leaf vaporizers or making safe extracts from things like high proof alcohol.